Hello folks, friends and movie lovers, welcome back to the channel and to the latest instalment of the Movies in Review. For today's movie that I would like to review for you, I would like to take you overseas to the Orient, to Hong Kong no less, and review for you a movie called Mr. Vampire. I've grown up loving this movie ever since childhood in spite of the age rating, as well as other movies that have come out of this genre from Hong Kong. However, this one has always been my favourite. While the horror aspect for me was remarkably tame compared to what I'd normally expect from any horror movie and what I've seen, the balance between horror, comedy, romance and action beat-em-up martial arts elements of the movie was exquisitely well executed. Released in 1985 and set in Republican-era China, Mr. Vampire is the story of a Taoist priest named Master Carl and his inept students Man Choi and Chao Sung, who live in a house that uses talismans and amulets to protect from the spirit world, which he exercises control over through the use of magic. As the story progresses, Master Ko accepts an assignment from a wealthy businessman, Mr. Yam, to exhume and rebury his late father's body. Upon inspection of the corpse, Master Ko recognizes that Mr. Yam's late father had turned into a vampire due to the lack of decomposition. Transporting the corpse to his house for further study, the vampire breaks free of its now enchanted coffin due to an oversight on the part of Man Choi and Chao Sung, and goes on a spree of home invasions and murder, savagely killing his still living son on his first home invasion before going into hiding at dawn. Over the course of the rest of the movie, we see an additional 2 home invasions and attacks, one of which that sees Man Choi wounded and eventually saved by Master Cole to prevent him from turning into a vampire. In addition to this, Mr. Yam turns into a vampire after his murder, while Master Cole himself is imprisoned, falsely accused by Y, an incompetent policeman, for Mr. Yam's murder, and Chao Sung gets seduced and becomes enchanted with a mysterious woman whom he discovers is really a ghost. Eventually, the vampire is defeated after being burned alive. We also see competition between the policeman Y, Man Choi and Chao Sung for the attention and affections of Mr. Yam's daughter Ting Ting, though everyone's initial attempts to impress her fails miserably. I love seeing movies like this from other countries because it's also an opportunity to explore their myths and folklore, such as in this case about vampires, which one would normally associate with Western mythology and folklore. However, this is why movies like these are so good, because they illustrate key differences between the respective mythologies. In the case of Mr. Vampire, it is more a reference to a zombie rather than that of a vampire, given that depictions in this context show them to be of superior strength, but lacking in the awareness of their existence, intelligence and the ability to communicate. All the depictions of vampires that I am aware of, predominantly from Western cultures and mythologies, show vampires to be immortal beings that survive on drinking blood and are highly intelligent. That for me is the mark of a fantastic movie because it provides a fascinating insight into the cultures and traditions of the country that they came from, all packaged into a story that flowed easily and was engaging. Like any good movie from anywhere in the world, it takes real-world inspiration to help build works of fiction that have so much material for when working with folklore and mythology. Certainly, we would all have encountered people that are just like the characters depicted in this movie. From the incompetence of the policeman who cockily jumps to the wrong conclusions because how can a man in his position and experience possibly be wrong, to the clown and the comedian, we have all met people that could be any one of these characters. That's all from me for this one, folks. I hope that you have found this review useful. Please remember to click on the like button and the subscribe buttons and the bell notification icon to get notifications for when more reviews have been uploaded. Thank you for listening to the end. My name is Simon, and this has been the Movies in Review.